start my speech in 3, 2, 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister said before that the animals become defenders of themselves. Well, I can prove it wrong, ladies and gentlemen, because we all know that the pain of animals, the pain and between the pain of humans cannot be compared because they have no sense. They are very different from humans in terms of reasons, injury, pain, and they are essentially food for humans. If we don't consume foods, animals will become more populated than human population, and it really endangers our life as humans. We all know that those viral videos that the population of animals harm humans, that the animals attack and against humans with no reason because they really don't have because they don't have any sense, ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of the day, animals are very important to be consumed for human because the nutrients let's talk about the nutrients and protein for the body, for our body, that we all know that if we don't consume animals, then we can become, then there is a high chance, there will be a high chance, there will be a possibilities for human to become malnutrition because we're not consuming any meats. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest and most harmful nutrient myths is that meat does not belong in a healthy diet. They said that meat consuming meat is really dangerous for human body, and it has a big possibilities for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and heart disease and obesity. But if you point fingers at the culprit behind these health issues, ladies and gentlemen, then point at sugar, point the plant products that products sugar, that products carbohydrates. Blame the overconsumption of carbohydrates like grains and potatoes that break down into sugar in the body, ladies and gentlemen. For more than 2 million years, we were primarily meat eaters. Only in the last 10 years did the human diet shift with the cultivation of grains and legumes. But are we more suited to this diet lower in meat? In the last 10,000 years, we've gotten smaller in stature and brain size. With a heavily grain and sugar-based diet, we are really suffering increased rates of obesity, cancer, diabetes, and osteoporosis. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also experiencing alarming incidents of skin problems, heart disease, and inflammation of all kinds. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to politely disagree with the anti-meat argument. Our genes were developed before the agricultural revolution, when we were not only meat eaters but enthusiastic ones, and at that. On top of that, the human genome has changed less than 0.02% in the last 40,000 years. Our bodies were genetically programmed for optimal functioning on a diet including meat, ladies and gentlemen, and that programming has not changed. There's a plenty of information circulating why we shouldn't eat meat. Then this is the reason, then here's some reasons why we should eat meat. We were created that way by nature. Humans are meat eaters, and our bodies are designed for it, ladies and gentlemen. We have incision for tearing meat and molars for grinding it, ladies and gentlemen. We were meant to subsist on vegetables alone, but our digestive system would be similar to that of the cow, with 4 stomachs and the ability of ferment cellulose in order to break down plant material, ladies and gentlemen. Degenerative health conditions that are prevalent now were not around when the cavemen were living off meat, vegetables, fish, nuts, seeds, and fruits, ladies and gentlemen. In hunter-gatherer societies, 45 until 65% of energy requirements were derived from animal sources, and heart disease, obesity, type 2, and the disease of plague society today, ladies and gentlemen, were not a problem. With the introduction of grains and processed foods, this disease reared their ugly heads at alarming rates, ladies and gentlemen. Stable blood sugar, meat the stable blood sugar because it caused by meat helps because the meat helps to keep blood sugar levels stable due to its fat and high protein content. Ladies and gentlemen, steady blood sugar is critical in preventing type 2 diabetes as well as other chronic disease. It also helps keep energy levels steady and creates a feeling of satiety between meals, reducing cravings and unhealthy foods. Ladies and gentlemen, with stable blood sugar, you're less likely to draw for fattening snacks and sweets between meals. Battle sugar cravings by eating more meat. Ladies and gentlemen, uh, the third reason why the reason we should consuming meat, ladies and gentlemen, from animal, ladies and gentlemen, that you can grow your muscle. You can work yourself to be the bone trying to gain muscle or bulk up, ladies and gentlemen. But if you don't nourish your body appropriately, you might as well those your training schedule and start long distance running, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that we have to fill our body with the right nutrients to achieve sufficient muscle repair and recovery to make gains, ladies and gentlemen. We can take protein supplements, but the best source of protein is meat itself, the real meat itself, the red meat itself. Meat also contains vitamins and minerals that the Prime Minister said it is only the nutrients of plant, but I can prove it wrong because vitamins and minerals is also in meat contains, and these things can aid muscle growth like zinc, which assists to muscle repair, and iron, which boosts energy levels to combat fatigue. Ladies and gentlemen, it also contains creatine and a nitrogen containing compound that improves protein synthesis and provides muscles with energy, encouraging muscle gain. Ladies and gentlemen, if meat's positive strike that crucial role in muscle growth is not enough, meat also helps burn fat, then I can prove that the Prime Minister said that the meat is the cause for cholesterol. It is totally wrong because meat has a high thermogenic effect because of its protein content, so that approximately 30% of its calories are burned for during digestion alone. This, ladies and gentlemen, digesting carbohydrates produce only a 6 to 8% increase in energy expenditure, ladies and gentlemen, while digesting the protein in meat typically produces a whopping 25 until 40% increase, ladies and gentlemen. Second, last things that the Prime Minister said that the environment issue because eating